Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you are in the world. If you're here, please kind of put a like and say hello so I know that you're here. And let me know if you can hear me. I'm gonna have a quick live for 10 minutes while I head out to get my coffee. What's up? How's everybody doing? Put a like, guys, please. Put a like. We're just going to quickly talk about what's going on in the market since it's been a very long time since we've done a live. I think it's time for me to start doing a few lives on YouTube every now and then also, because it's been a long time since I've done anything on YouTube. I kind of completely forgot about YouTube. To tell the truth, kind of even forgot that it exists. So yeah, I've only been posting on Twitter and Patreon. And it's time to start sharing the message on YouTube also, because some people did inform me in the last days that they don't actually have Twitter and are only on YouTube. So I guess I have to share my message here too, so that people don't tell me that I didn't share this in a few months, you know. Either way, yeah. What's up, everyone? Hope everyone is well. I have a quick message, right? So because I have people asking me consistently what I think is going on in the market. What I think is going on in the market is very simple. I think we have either topped, or I think even if we haven't topped, that the upside is not going to be good enough to be a bull when you measure risk and reward. So as per the update that was published on Patreon for my members, when Bitcoin was at roughly $110,000, I believe it was like 108,500, something like that, I sold 90% of all my holdings. Profits that were taken before that were different. They varied anywhere from 50% to as huge as thousands of percent on Floki. But altogether, the portfolio in the end was sold for roughly 80%. And I got out of the market. Of course, I was aiming to make much more as I did in the previous cycles. The ROM percentage was much bigger in both cycles before, in the first and second one. But in the third one, it was much smaller, much smaller. Of course, I was unhappy about that. But, you know, I didn't stay delusional, and I still followed my plan, right? So I still bought low. I waited for the crashes. I took partial profits on the way up, waited for the old season to come. The old season never came. The roughly 4-year cycle ended. I got out to make sure that I don't round trip a whole market cycle. So here I am, basically sidelined nearly with my entire portfolio, 90% out. Only 10% remaining in the market in case some kind of miracle happens and basically mid caps and low caps go crazy, and you know, I catch some nice pumps, which I don't think will happen. That's why I'm 90% out. You can basically say I'm out, right? 90% is pretty much everything, so I'm out. And now I'm basically waiting for the crashes that always come. I hope for people that there will be some kind of old season before the massive crash comes, because a lot of people are convinced that's the case. I don't think that's the case. I think that that it's a much better play to suck it up, take the profits that the market gave us, and await a much better buying opportunity. I think that the market cycle has been exactly the same. Everything that I planned happened, except the fact that, of course, that most altcoins didn't pump. That's something that I did not foresee. So I mean, what I mean by the same thing happened. Same thing happened is that we got amazing entries. We foretold the huge crashes. Bitcoin did hit new highs. Stocks and stock index hit new highs. The only problem was I was hoping that old season is going to happen towards the end of the roughly 4-year cycle, before precious metals start taking off. That's why I kept saying that if they go up, gold and silver going up, that's a red flag for me. Unfortunately, they started going up before alts started pumping. So once again, I sucked it up, took my profits, and ran for the hills. I'm not a hero. Main thing for me is to make profits, and risk and reward is something that I take very seriously. Risk and reward has never been in favor of bulls after Bitcoin did the 2x from its previous all-time high. So I mean, like from, you know, roughly 69K. I believe we topped at 126K, even if we haven't, and we'll go to something like 150K. Once again, risk and reward is not good enough for me. So my stance is simple: stay sidelined, wait for the nukes that always come. The crashes come every single time. There's never been a single market cycle where the crashes didn't come. So I'm waiting for the huge crashes to accumulate coins that I've delivered in every single cycle. There won't be much of them. And I'll be sharing all the coins I buy on Patreon. I can say right now that the coins I will be buying once the crashes come are XRP, Bitcoin, and BNB, but there'll be more. There'll be more coins, only coins once again that delivered in all cycles. And even then, I'm sure that some of these coins will not deliver in this current cycle, new cycle that began. Which is why I'll be going a lot heavier into Bitcoin. I'll be going a lot heavier into Bitcoin this time around. Like 50% of the portfolio at least will be going into Bitcoin, probably like 25% to the XRP, and the rest will be spread between other alts probably. So that's the plan. That's the plan, my friends. That's the message I wanted to share, right? It's like somebody just pointed it out that I've never shared this on YouTube, and I thought they got a point. I should share this now. Otherwise, once again, people that are only on YouTube or not on Twitter or Patreon don't know about this. I recently just published an update on Patreon. I'll be publishing an update regarding XRP when I think is a good time to buy. One thing is that I just hope that everybody, if they didn't take profits, that at least you've taken partial profits. I've been reiterating to take partial profits on any coin that pumps for years now. And that should be something that you've always done. And once the cycle comes to an end, you take whatever the market cycle gives you. It's been the worst market cycle of all. Because unfortunately, due to the huge amount of coins, crypto turned into some kind of, like a penny stock hell, where there are like 30 million coins. The market is diluted. There were like every other coin is a rug. So of course, people got tired of that, and instead of basically having an old season in crypto, we had an old season basically in precious metals. Eventually, that will top too. And generally, I think what the precious metals are telling us, as I published on my Patreon, as I've been saying for years, which is why I was really hoping that we're going to get an old season, as we always did before metals wake up. But since they woke up early, I got out earlier. I think what the metals are telling us is that there's going to be a big dip, big drawdown, a big price decrease in stocks. My opinion is it's going to happen in 2026. Maybe it's going to happen in 2027. We'll see, but I think it's going to happen soon enough. And that's when basically, as always, I believe crypto will follow the stocks, in the sense that when stocks go down, crypto goes down. And that's what I'll be looking to buy, because as usual, that's when we'll have some kind of scary fear narratives. That's when, once again, risk reward is in favor of the bulls. I use the terms like bulls and bears so that people understand what I'm talking about. Me, myself, I don't believe in bear markets, bull markets. I just say this so that people understand what I'm referring to. For me, it's very simple. There's a accumulation phase, and then there's a take profit phase. The take profit phase has ended for me. Now I'm waiting for the accumulation phase once again. And I think that basically we reached the phase we've been talking about also, where most altcoins are forever dead and defunct. Once again, the fact that there are tens of millions of coins out there isn't good. It's never been healthy. We spoke about this earlier also. Unfortunately, it is what it is, and we need a wipeout, and I think the wipeout is going to come. But the good news is that I believe that good projects, good coins will stay around. A handful of them, not many, but they will stay around. I believe coins like I said, Bitcoin, XRP, BNB will stay around. Of course, if Binance goes down, BNB is done, but there's a risk in everything, right? If Binance does well, BNB is going to do well. XRP has a strong, big community. It has good tech behind it. And it has a company behind it that is pushing it forward. It has done something that every market cycle, even in the previous market cycle when it didn't hit new highs, it still outperformed a lot of altcoins. It still did roughly a 12x. So that's something that I'll be buying once again. Bitcoin, same thing. While I'll be going 50% at least into Bitcoin this market cycle, is because one trend that's clearly formed is that Bitcoin always performs better than any altcoin until a certain point. So buying a lot of Bitcoin makes sense, even if you sell some a little bit later on to buy maybe more XRP, for instance, right? Because usually it starts climbing first. And generally, one trend that's also very visible and clear is that Bitcoin has done well and hit new highs in every single market cycle, even before the market cycles developed. And Bitcoin was just, going from, $1 to $20, or struck $120, then crashed 80-something% in like one day. Even then, it was delivering. So Bitcoin is something I'll definitely be accumulating, XRP, BNB, and once again, I'll see what happens in the coming months. Once we get to the accumulation phase and once the crashes come, that's where I'll be looking at what coins exactly I'm buying, and I'll be sharing that on my Patreon. There'll be a lot less coins this time around, and the accumulation will be a little bit different in the sense that I will not only be buying and dollar cost averaging at new lows anymore. I'll be buying generally based on a big crash, but also this time on the time span, on a time frame, basically. So, for example, since I want to put in more capital, I'll be buying for a longer time. So some price targets will be higher than, for example, let's say we have a 65% drop and we buy, then we bounce to something like 50% below all-time high. I will buy some more if the time frame is right, and I think it will be right. So once again, I'll be sharing what I buy, where, and what I sell as always on my Patreon. Other than that, I think I shared my 2 cents. These are my expectations. Yeah, that's what I think. Hope everyone is well. I'm gonna bounce, drink my coffee. Love you guys. International Crypto Asset Managers, good to see you, brother. Thank you for joining. Tim Gash, good to see you too. Good to see you all, my friends. Siad Mahmoud, sorry, who are you? I'm a nobody, my friend. Never mind. Go find some other channel that you know. I'm just a guy sharing my mind. Love you guys. Thank you for your time. Put a like, and I'll catch up with you later. Bye-bye. Thank you.